Hi everyone, welcome to the Starseed Dragon channel. We are currently reviewing the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin Boland, artwork by Nyx Rowan. This is the last section we are going over, and it is the special moon cards. Special moon cards. So let's get directly to it and start reading these descriptions. Okay. So here's our first one. There's quite a few of them. Okay, I'm just messing with them. Okay. I'm really reading them now. Okay. Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. If you want affirmation that you can achieve your dreams and get the desired outcome in the situation you're asking about, then this is it. This is a card of beginnings, and there are powerful energies at work. But be prepared, it could be quite a ride. And events now could even be jarring and uncomfortable. However, any new directions you take will almost always lead somewhere better than where you are at the moment. Whatever is happening now is happening for a reason. You'll appreciate later on. You'll appreciate it later on. A new portal is opening up, and all you have to do is have the courage to forget about the past and move through it. You're being put back on the right path. There is nothing to fear. Attune to the moon. Never mind the past. Life evolves every single day. Additional meanings for this card. Yes, yes, 1,000 times yes. You're being shunted towards your life purpose. Whatever is happening now is happening for your highest good. This is an important turning point in your life. The teaching. New moon eclipses are among the most exciting astrological events. They herald a complete change of pace. It's as though you're headed in one direction, probably being guided by your ego, and then here comes the divine, the goddess or spirit, to turn you instead to face the direction you actually need to go. Regardless of whether or not there's a new moon eclipse happening when you pull this card, it's a powerful affirmation of positive turnarounds. Woo! I just got the shivers there. Okay. Ooh, look at that card. That's beautiful. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So pretty. Full moon eclipse. And just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking is about to reach a peak, or has just done so, and things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, know that it's the right time. And as hard as it might be, forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving the situation in a positive way. It doesn't make right what they did, but it releases it so you can move on. Well, those are wise words. Attune to the moon. That which is meant for me will not pass me by. Additional meanings for this card. Doors which slam shut now will not reopen. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. Seed control and let events unfold. The teaching. Full moons are nearly always about climaxes and very often about conclusions. Full moon eclipses are the same, but on steroids. A full moon eclipse can be hard to handle because it portends change, something many of us are uncomfortable with. But change is a part of life, and this card, no matter when you pull it, reminds you of that fact. Full moon eclipses can also give us a glimpse into what Carl Jung called the shadow self. Work with your darkness. Okay, it's a beautiful card. Okay. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Okay. During the waxing moon cycle, hope springs eternal. This card is a very positive omen, indicating that you can create the reality you're dreaming of, though it will take some work and you're not quite there yet. This is a time of energies rising up. Emotions are building too. Where do you want to go, and do you believe you can get there? Either you can just keep meditating and focusing on your desired outcome, or you can make the courageous commitment to take more practical steps towards your goals. Whichever you decide, you are most certainly on the right track. Attuned to the moon. I know I'm heading in the right direction. Additional meanings for this card. The situation is full of potential. Your dream can come true. More effort is yet required. Are you willing to give it? Review your goals and ensure you're still committed. Keep moving forward. The teaching. The waxing cycle is the period of the lunar cycle from new moon to full moon. And during this time, the moon appears to be slightly bigger and rounder every night. This is a very empowered and empowering time, and this is a very promising card. It suggests now is the time to make plans and to act on them, no matter when you actually pull the card. Waxing moon. So pretty. Oh, beautiful card. Makes me think of Christmas. What do you need to release? Waning moon. The waning moon points to what's falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when the moon cycle you pull this card, it's a sign that a situation has peaked for better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycle. So what do you need to release? Almost certainly something from the situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. Attuned to the moon. It's safe to let go and move on. Additional meanings for this card. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. The teaching. At the time of the waning cycle, like a moment to take a moment to look up in the skies every night. You will see the moon growing smaller and smaller as she moves from full to new again. It's the time when things are falling away. It's certainly not the time to cling on to anyone or anything. Drawing this card suggests your situation is in its autumn and winter phase. So hunker down and start the regeneration process. I see. Ooh, I don't know if you can see it, but, oops. This card, although it's practically black, is kind of, it's very spaced. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? See the stars? They're tiny, tiny little speckles. I can see it just fine in person, but there's a lot of stars in there. I don't think it's coming through on the video. Okay, nothing will come of this situation. Void of course moon. I've never heard of that. Let's see what it has to say. In a form of astrology known as Horary, H-O-R-A-R-Y, Horary, okay, moving along, where an astrological chart has cast according to when the question is asked and decoded, a void of course moon means nothing will come of this matter, or this situation will bear no fruit. This may or may not be good news, depending on what you are asking. For example, if you were worried about something, whatever it was, this card can be taken as a sign that there's nothing to worry about. However, if you're asking about a new project of any kind, including a new relationship, it's a sign to adjust your expectations or change things so you get a different outcome. Remember, the cards can only predict what you are currently creating, and you can change that with both your behavior and beliefs. Attune to the moon. I trust in my highest good. Additional meanings for this card. The chances of something are diminishing. Something better may be around the corner. Believe that you will get what you need. Surrender to the divine. Take time out, meditate, and contemplate. The teaching. The main definition of a void of course moon is when the moon won't make a major connection with any of the planets until she enters the next sign. The best thing you can do when you get this card is to chant the Sanskrit words Om Namo Narayani. I know that I'm not saying that correctly, but okay. Which mean I surrender to the divine. A void of course moon is time to just be. Just be. Just be. Okay, I can just be. Can you just be? Oh, that's pretty. Be bold and make the first move. Can you see that? Let me just make it a little bigger. There we go. Be bold and make the first move. Cardinal Moon. Now is the time to be bold, bossy even. Take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. They're determined and great at organizing. Drawing this card strongly suggests that you're going to need to be all those things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it is a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. Attuned to the moon. I am taking charge of my destiny. Additional meanings for this card. Be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. Come into your power. The time for action is now. Ask Ganesha, the Hindu elephant god, Ganesh, for help. The teaching. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The cardinal signs are Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Remember, we each have all 12 signs in our chart for different parts of our lives. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. These are the signs that like to get things started and which are the natural leaders. No matter when you draw this card, it's a sign that something new is starting and you quite possibly need to take the lead on it. Okay. Next card. Are they sticking together here? Hold your vision. Fixed moon. There are 2 main possibilities with this card. The first is that you need to stand firm in whatever situation you're in. The second, very different interpretation is that something is stuck. That could well be referring to the situation you're asking about. If that is the case, have a think about what you can do to grease the wheels so that events move forward. Are you being stubborn? If so, that's great, because if you really want things to change, there's a solution. Stop digging your heels in. Be the one to break the deadlock. With 2 interpretations for this card, it's up to you to decide what's going on and which meaning applies to you. This offers up a chance for some self-reflection. Attune to the moon. Yes, just say the word and just say the word a lot and see how it feels. Oh, I'm getting tongue-tied now. Additional meanings for this card. Staying power, faith, or patience are needed. Someone needs to back down. Avoid stagnation. A personal or professional relationship will be enduring. The teaching. In astrology, there are 3 quadruplicities. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The fixed signs are Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. The fixed signs can be stubborn, so anything so anything is just one moment, please. Okay. So anything that's just starting as you draw this card may well last longer. Remember, we each have all star signs in our chart. It's just the way the astrological wheel works. So there's no judgment when we say that while it's admirable how much staying power the fixed signs have, they can also be obstinate. Stubborn. Oh, I think we're all a little bit stubborn, right? Well, this is a beautiful card. Okay. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable Moon. Mutable is all about change. Shape-shifting even. That something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuver. Okay. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable. For some, this is great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty, but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. Attuned to the moon. I know that the best will unfold for me. Additional meanings for this card. You're meandering towards your goal, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. In astrology, there are the teaching. In astrology, there are 3 so-called quadruplicities. Cardinal, fixed, and mutable. The mutable signs are Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. And when the moon is in one of these signs, you know there's going to be more flexibility in a situation. Anytime you pull this card, it suggests there's the opportunity to keep visualizing and affirming what you want, as there's still room for change. So think about what you want and enjoy the daydream. Yay! Okay, next card. Wow, that's a magnificent card. Emotions are running high. Super moon, because it's super. This card suggests that the answer to whatever you're asking is writ large, like the silvery moon set against the velvety night sky. If you're wondering how successful something is going to be, such as a job or a relationship, the answer is very. To use common parlance, the answer to your question may well be that it's under your nose. This card is about being larger than life, being special and bursting with energy that you can tune into and work with. You can expect plenty of good things and a positive outcome when this card comes up, but you may find there's a lot of emotion to deal with too. There's also a sense that the opportunities around whatever you're asking about don't come along every day, so take action. Attune to the moon. Success is close. I just must trust. Additional meanings for this card. A resolution to your question is closer than you may think. Don't ignore the obvious. Something exciting lies ahead. Make sure you don't blow events out of proportion. Speak to the goddess. Ask her for assistance. The teaching. The supermoon is a new or full moon that takes place when the moon is at its closest point to the Earth during its monthly orbit. An event known as perigee, perigee, P-E-R-I-G-E-E, perigee, let's go with that. If it's a full moon, the moon appears around 14% bigger at this time. The moon is known as the Queen of Emotions, and if you draw the supermoon card, regardless of when you do this, you can expect your feelings to be more highly charged. Because it's super. See, it's in the name. In the name. Okay. Next card. Oh, this is pretty. This also reminds me of Christmas. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Pretty. As the saying goes, some things happen only once in a blue moon. In other words, hardly ever. Drawing this card suggests you're about to get a rare chance, and that something is one-off. And that something one-off could well be about to happen. This card is a very positive sign if you've felt like you're hoping for too much or asking too much of the universe. Whatever you are asking about, well, it might only happen once in a blue moon, but it can happen. However, with this rare opportunity before you, it's important that you believe in it. If you convince yourself that whatever you're asking about can never go in your favor, then guess what? It won't go in your favor. Be grateful for this card, which is a reminder to believe in your dreams. Attuned to the moon. I'm lucky. Additional meanings for this card. Miss this chance and it might not come back anytime soon. What happened may only happen once. The person you're inquiring about is a rare find. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. This situation is unlikely to repeat. The teaching. There are usually 3 full moons between each equinox and solstice, and vice versa. Sometimes, though, we get 4 full moons in a single season. When that happens, the third of the season's 4 full moons is called a blue moon. At least that was the original definition of a blue moon. These days, it's popular to use the blue moon for the second full moon in any calendar month that has 2 full moons. That's what I originally thought. I didn't know about the first part. Interesting. Wow, these cards are thick. Okay. Looks like there's only a couple cards left. Let's see. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that age-old programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released, and that there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. Attuned to the moon. I release the past. Additional meanings for this card. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. The teaching. The south node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going south. On the horoscope chart, it shows us what we are likely to become obsessed with, but which will probably do us little or no good. The south node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us of the well-known phrase, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Yay. Okay. And it looks like this is our last card in this deck. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. That's quite beautiful. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind somehow, because you are headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you, within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction, to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Attune to the moon. I know I'm headed in the right direction. Additional meanings for this card. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. The teaching. The North Node is where the moon crosses the ecliptic going north. It's a karmic point, and on the horoscope chart shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. The North Node is the karmic astrological point that reminds us, to paraphrase Andre Gide, G-I-D-E, that in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Okay, and this is a great little book. It's filled with a bunch more stuff that I did not read, right? Because I only read the descriptions. But it does have, it has in the back here, let me get to it, information about the author and the artist. And it has different links and stuff. This is a great little book. I think that it's one of the better instruction books that has come with decks. This is a much larger oracle deck than I have seen lately that I've reviewed. It's the cards are really, really thick. So I mean, they're heavy, they're thick. They've got some weight to them, and they're kind of like cardboard-ish. So I don't know if that's something that you might like or not. Other than that, I think these are great little cards. And let me just, it's the Moonology Oracle cards. There are 44 cards to the deck. And if you liked this and are looking to purchase this, I do have an affiliate link in the description box below. If there are other decks that you would like to see reviewed, please leave a note in the comment section, and I'll see about getting those decks and reviewing them for you. Other than that, I will see you in the next review video, and please like and subscribe. I look forward to seeing your comments and having you be a part of this channel. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night. Bye.